Today's video, we're talking about the most overrated attractions in Walt Disney World to help you have a better vacation. I know some of these may be your favorites, but here's the deal. Because of wait times, because of where they're located, because of the length of the attraction, we're talking about why these 10 attractions are overrated. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with number 10, Millennium Falcon. Now, it's amazing being able to see the Millennium Falcon in person, in real life, in Galaxy's Edge. But unless you're the pilot, this attraction is kind of underwhelming. Here's the description. Ride in the famous cockpit of the Millennium Falcon on a daring flight. And whether you're the pilot, engineer, or gunner, every role is crucial. Meh, I kind of disagree with that. If you're the pilot, it's amazing. There's two pilots. If you are the pilot, it's fun. It's an engaging attraction. But if you are in the back seat and all your job is to do is push buttons randomly on the side, kind of underwhelming. Yes, the queue is great. It's amazing being inside the Millennium Falcon. But if the line is long, over 30 minutes, I'd say, maybe skip this one. Take some videos and pictures outside. Or if you can be the pilot, that's going to make this ride amazing. But if you're the person in the back seat, button pusher, probably not going to be that great. Number 9, Test Track. Now, before you hate me, hear me out. The line is usually very long, 60, 70, 80 minutes when you're there, especially during a peak time. It could be even over 90 minutes long. Wait time to get on this ride. And ultimately, it's just a race around the building. You go fast, it's cool, but for the wait time and what goes along with waiting, it's not necessarily worth the wait for me. So it's kind of overrated. Now, if this attraction, Test Track, was under 30 minutes, definitely go on. But when it comes to the amount of interaction you get on the ride itself and the wait time that goes along with waiting, kind of overrated to me. Yes, you get up to 65 miles an hour around the track, but it's over in about 5 seconds, or at least it feels like 5 seconds. There's so much more to see, do, and eat in Epcot. Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean all the time, I'm skipping this one because it's usually too long a wait for me. Number 8, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. And now, if you've never been on this, skip this one because if you've never been on this attraction, it's a fun, cute ride to go on one time. But if you've been on, it's kind of a one and done for me. You go on, you ride through the kitchen, and it's fun. But I do have to say, if you are a person who tends to get motion sickness, this may be one you want to skip. Now, it is a fun ride. It's fun. It's interactive. It's a cute experience. Now, it's not a new attraction because Disney has it at other parks and they just brought it into Epcot. So they're just kind of replicating something else that they built before and doing it inside of Epcot. So if you've never done it, it's a must-do one time. But it's a one and done for me. Sometimes the line can get up to 60 or 90 minutes. The queue is cute, but it's not super interactive, and it's one thing that I think is overrated. 30 minutes or under, go. 30 minutes or over, pass. Number 7, Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. Now, this is a cute ride. So if you have little ones, this may be one you want to go on. It's a kind of a ride through, it's a ride through the Under the Sea journey with the Little Mermaid. You get to see the experiences that the Little Mermaid saw in the movie. They bring those to life with the animatronics. It's a fun, cute ride. If you have older kids, this is probably one, and by probably, I mean definitely one you're going to pass on. If the line is under 5 minutes, it's just the queue to walk up. This has to be one of the longest queues I've ever seen in any Disney attraction, meaning they probably thought this was going to be a much more popular ride than it actually is. You go down that queue, you get on. It's almost similar to Under the Seas with Nemo, the way the ride is laid out. But there's nothing really thrilling or exciting. If you do have young kids who are a fan of the Little Mermaid movie, this is probably one you're going to want to miss. But if that's not you, maybe you're a Disney adult or you have older kids, pass on this one. 100% overrated in my opinion. Number 6, Kali River Rapids. Now, Animal Kingdom can get pretty hot. So if you are one of those people who tend to overheat, this may be a great place for you to kind of cool off and chill. But for a couple of reasons, Kali River is overrated. You get drenched. There's nothing worse to me than walking around the park with wet shoes and socks. I don't mind a wet shirt every once in a while, especially on a hot sunny day in Animal Kingdom because you'll dry off pretty quick. But there's just something about walking around the rest of the day with wet socks and shoes on that makes me very uncomfortable. That and you don't know which person in your raft is going to get drenched. The person right next to you could be completely dry and you could be completely soaked. Also, it's kind of a short ride. You get on, you get drenched, and you get right off. If I want to do that, I'll just go over to the water fountain, dump some water on my head, save myself the hassle. My shoes will be dry. I'll be happy, and I can go on the rest of my day at Animal Kingdom and go get myself a snack. So for me, Kali River Rapids, 100% overrated. and I'm not going on. Today's video is brought to you by Unlocking the Magic Travel. If you're looking for help on your next Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise, Royal Caribbean vacation, check out Unlocking the Magic Travel. Our agents will help you book the perfect Disney vacation. And the coolest part about using a travel agent for us, it doesn't cost you any money. You don't pay a thing. You get someone to help you book your dining reservations, book your travel, take care of all of that for you so you don't have to worry about anything, and it doesn't cost you any money. You basically get an assistant to help you with your vacation for free. UnlockingTheMagicTravel.com is the website. We'll connect you with one of our amazing agents, and they can help you book the perfect Disney, Disneyland, Disney World, Royal Caribbean, Disney Cruise, Sandals, whatever vacation you're going on, we can help you do it. And we can help you with our expertise advice. And again, doesn't cost you a dime. So go check it out, UnlockingTheMagicTravel.com. Next on the list, Swiss Family Treehouse. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily overrated, but it's one that I'm going to pass on. It's definitely one of those filler rides, not even a ride, a walkthrough that you go on just to kind of do something if everything else is kind of busy. Maybe it's one thing if you've never seen it to go on and walk up the tree and see how the Swiss family used to live inside the tree. But if you've done it before, nothing new or exciting to see when you're walking through this attraction. Now, at night, you can get some good views of the rest of the park. And even during the day, we've been on the treehouse sometimes and taken really great pictures from on top. But that's not necessarily the reason you want to go on this. Most people go on this because they're in Adventureland. Everything's kind of busy. They walk by and like, well, I guess we'll just do this. And for me, if that's the reason you go on an attraction, then that is the definition of it being overrated. You go on because there's nothing else to do, not because you want to go on it. In my opinion, pass on this one. Go on the Aladdin ride with your kids. The Aladdin carpet rides are going to have a much more better experience on that one. Number 4, Mission Space in Epcot. They have two different sides, green and orange. One's more intense, one's less intense. They're both pretty intense. If you don't like to spin, you get motion sickness, or you are a little claustrophobic. When they close those doors and the monitor comes down where you're going to see your mission to space, it can tend to get a little tight in there. And it's a little outdated. What you see on the attraction, something that you've seen for a lot over the years, and it could use a refurbishment. This is one attraction in Epcot that I think should be next on the list to get updated. Do something different or have a new storyline in there, because the one that they have now has been done. We've seen it all. It's not super exciting. Yes, you spin around, you feel like you're in space, but to me, it's a little overrated. The good thing about this is the line is usually not that long. With Guardians opening, with Remy's opening, with Frozen at Epcot, with Soarin', there's a lot of other attractions that tend to have longer lines. So if you are pressed for time and everything else is busy and you're like, I'll go on this one because the line's only 10 minutes, then again, back to my definition of overrated. If you're only going on this attraction because everything else is busy, not because you really want to go on this, then that's why I think this one is overrated in my opinion. Number 3, Na'vi River Journey in Pandora, the World of Avatar. This is a boat ride through that tends to have quite a long line. Now, Pandora opened quite a few years ago in Animal Kingdom, and ever since it's opened, the two rides that are in Pandora, Flight of Passage and Na'vi River Journey, both always have a long line. And the first time I went on Na'vi River Journey, I don't know what I was expecting, but what I saw when I went through was not worth the wait. To wait 90 minutes for a boat ride that just shows you animatronics. Now, the animatronics are pretty amazing, and if you do talk to animators like we have on some of the Adventures by Disney trips we've gone on, then it gives you a different feeling you have towards the animatronics and how much work goes into making them look so realistic. Now, it is fun. It's a cool boat ride, and the animatronics and visuals are unbelievable, but I don't think it's worth the 90-minute wait. There's so much more to do in Animal Kingdom that you could spend that time on. There needs to be something more inside Na'vi River Journey to make me want to wait for 90 minutes to go on it. If you happen to be in Pandora and you see the wait time 30 minutes or less, then I definitely would hop on and take a tour. But if it's over 30 minutes, to me, overrated, not worth the wait. You're better off waiting for Flight of Passage, which is a much more exciting, thrilling ride. Number 2, Small World. Small World in Disney World should be closed. Let me just put that out there. We've talked to Rolly Crump on our podcast. He was working on Small World in Disneyland. And if you have ever visited Disneyland and you've seen the difference between the attraction in Disneyland and the attraction in Disney World, you'll know exactly why I'm saying this one is overrated. It's not the longest line in the world, but there's nothing special about the Walt Disney World version of It's a Small World, and they shouldn't have it there. They should just keep the original in Disneyland, because the one in Disneyland is what you would think of when you think of an attraction the way Small World should be. The facade outside, the exterior, how you enter the boat ride, outside versus inside, and then everything that goes along with the tour itself. So to me, Small World, although cute, that song is going to get stuck in your head. I don't think it's worth any wait. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's definitely a pass for me when I go to Disney World. I'm never, ever going on Small World, because to me, 100% overrated. And the number one most overrated ride in Disney World, some people are going to hate me for this one, Peter Pan. Cute, but nowhere worth the wait or rushing when you first get to rope drop to go on Peter Pan. Now, I understand why people do that, because it gets to be 90 minutes, 120 minutes. I've seen 160 minutes wait time for Peter Pan, and I always think to myself, really? Why would anybody wait 160 minutes to go on this ride? Maybe they're new. Maybe they've never been to Disney World before. But that's why it's overrated. It's just not worth the 2-hour wait. Not to mention how small and underwhelming the queue is. To wait an hour and 20 minutes for Peter Pan, you're going to get off that ride afterwards and be like, what did I just wait for? Really? You know what I mean? And to me, I'm just not waiting that long. Again, this is one of those attractions that if it's under 30 minutes, I'm going on. But if it's over 30, I'm going to go do something else. I may even pass that whole alleyway, because Small World is right across the alley. Small World, Peter Pan, right there. I'm skipping both of those, and I'm going to go wait for Haunted Mansion or Pirates or Big Thunder or any of those other attractions that I love. And Peter Pan is fun, but sometimes that line can get hot and long, and to me, that makes it 100% overrated. Well, that's going to do it for our list. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with any of these? Do you disagree with all of these? What's your number one most overrated attraction in Walt Disney World? I want to know. I want to know what it is. Leave a comment below. Hit that subscribe button. Like this video. And we'll see you on the next one.